Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake as we're getting set for Class 2A second-round playoff football. And tonight it's the Chickasaws of New Hampton who have made the long road trip to Spirit Lake to take on the Indians. Clyde, we're in the pod form now of playoff football after the first round. Spirit Lake is the top seed in their pod because they were a district champion, even though West Lyon is technically ranked a little higher in the state rankings.
Who cares about rankings? It's playoffs.
It's the playoffs. You got to win, right?
Playoffs.
So Spirit Lake hosts the number 4 seed in this pod in Class 2A in New Hampton. West Lyon gets their 3 seed, a familiar foe in Western Christian tonight. But our eyes are on the Indians and the Chickasaws, Clyde, and these are two teams that have had different journeys to get to this point, but they're both here, and that's all that really matters at this point in time.
Well, yeah, and you look at you look at New Hampton. They got a record of 4-5. You're going, what in the world? They're in the second round. What's going on? Well, their big stud running back, Braden McShane, got hurt a few games.
Yeah, didn't play in every game this year.
They got beat the first
the three
games in the non-district.
Mm-hmm.
And then came out and they ran it at the end of the year when they needed to get hot, and that's what they did. And you look at it and say, okay, they're in the second round of the playoffs. That tells you something else, too. That Braden McShane, you got to watch him. He's a recruit for Iowa. Big running back, 6'2", 215. He's going to be a load. He's going to have to be keyed on tonight because he can run the ball almost 1,000 yards rushing already on this year.
And they have some size on their line as well, and so it'll be interesting to see who gets their style of football going. And it should be a fun one here tonight at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. Yeah,
and I think you're going to look at it to where this might be one of those games where Coach Beloit says, hey, I might want to open it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got the two Stecker boys that are, 6'4", somewhere around in there, playing wide receiver. Their defenders are only about 5'8", somewhere around in there, so they're going to have definite height advantage. Look out for that. He might be taking some shots tonight.
Coach Scott Frericks, the head coach for New Hampton. Josh Beloit, the head coach for Spirit Lake. Yeah, New Hampton in District 3. They finished in a 3-way tie for second at 3-2. New Hampton had the point differential, and so they got the home field game in round number 1 of the playoffs. They faced the third-seeded West Marshall team that, was not in the most earth-shattering district in District 4. And when New Hampton didn't have too much trouble with them.
We're not going to touch that one.
They won 41-21 last week. But you know what? Here's the deal. They won the football game. They're moving on. And Spirit Lake fans know this. A long road trip doesn't really mean anything because it was just 2 years ago that Spirit Lake made the long road trip to Osage and came out with a win like that.
A big win, yep.
Let's get into our pregame show. By the way, we're on live video tonight at ExploreKaboji.com, at ExploreKaboji on YouTube, and with the free CF video channel. If you got a Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV, it's the letters CF and video that you search to find the app, and you can watch all of the games live or on demand there as well. Central Bank, our premier sponsor of the video stream tonight, we thank them for making it all possible. We thank Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake for being tonight's pregame show sponsor. They are online at lakeshealth.org. We'll hear from Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit after this on KUOO and Explore Live Video. Pregame show from Lakes Regional Healthcare. Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit. Coach, as always, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, as always.
Well, let's talk about last week. A very nice first-round Class 2A playoff win over a good Southeast Valley team, 49-0. I think we forget that that's a 5-3 football team that came in there last week. And again, I felt like the quick start was the key that propelled everything last week.
Yeah, I just think we played a really focused and physical football, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Obviously getting a turnover there to start the game, scoring on our first play, and then just continue to build off that momentum on both sides of the ball. I felt like it was a huge key to the success of the game. Just really proud of how our kids competed. That was our cleanest and most physical game. And when I say cleanest, just from an execution standpoint, our guys just did their jobs phenomenally well.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, just all around a very great effort. And, you want to be playing your best football this time of year.
Yeah, so we talk to our guys all the time about how do we continue to sharpen our edge and, how do we continue to get better every week in and week out. As you get into the deeper into playoff season, the margin of error is thinner and thinner. And I just feel like our guys have been really focused. We've had a great week of practice this week. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun watching the growth in this team and the leadership in this team.
Well, let's talk about the pod. The state comes out with the pods last Saturday. They place you as a district champion. You get a first-place spot in that pod. You're going to face the 4 seed in the pod in New Hampton, and then the other half is West Lyon and Western Christian. Give me your thoughts on the pod. Was that kind of what you expected would happen? A surprise?
Yeah, I thought we might get Roland Story, to be honest, and that New Hampton might go to Central Lyon. So that was maybe my only surprise. I knew, West Lyon, the state looking at head-to-head, we're both 8-1, but they beat Sioux Center head-to-head, and we lost Sioux Center. So I knew they would consider West Lyon one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the state, and I think they consider us right in that mix too. So it doesn't surprise me at all, the pod that we're in. And, from a standpoint for us, it's great that if we're fortunate and play well Friday night and win, we'll get a home game the next week. And so, I think it's as beneficial a pod as we could have been in.
Well, let's talk about the opponent for this week because, you got to take care of business here first in New Hampton. This is a team that finished second in their district. It looks like this is a team that's played much better in the second half of the football year.
Well, their tailback was hurt in 3 of their 4 losses, and, he's a huge part of their offense. He's 6'2", 215, 220-pound kid that just runs really, really hard, really, really physical, one of their best defensive players as well. And so, obviously, when he was out, during that stretch, they lost some football games, and then when he's been back, they've been playing pretty well. So I think that's a big part of their story, is his health, and he's a big part of their team.
And is it a scenario, again, kind of like last week, where they can throw the ball, but they don't really want to have to throw the ball?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, that very much describes them. I would say they even want to throw the ball less in Southeast Valley. A huge part of their offense. And when they do, they're more like Spencer. I'd say that it's going to be off of play action, and it's going to be trying to get behind you and get big plays out of their passing game. They aren't going to spread you out much, and they don't do a lot of quick pass game stuff. It's going to be play action, take shots deep, or it's going to be moving the pocket when they have to in longer yardage situations.
And defensively, what are they going to throw at you?
Yeah, they're going to be a 4-3, kind of a softer cover 2, cover 4, trying to keep things in front of them. Defensive line is physical. That tailback plays middle linebacker, and he comes downhill hard. They don't bring a lot of pressure. They bring it occasionally, but just really rely on their front 4 being able to disrupt things.
They got pretty good size up front?
Yeah, they have a couple pretty big kids. Most of their guys play both ways, and so, they got some guys that are O-line and D-line that are pretty big. We match up fine size-wise with them, but, yeah, they're physical.
Final thoughts on this one before I let you go?
No, as anything, I think you get to this time of year, special teams are huge. Taking care of the ball on offense and being able to limit explosive plays defensively are going to be the key to the game. And, yeah, just excited again to have an opportunity to play a home game here.
Well, best of luck on Friday night. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll chat with you after the game, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
That's Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit on the pregame show from Lakes Regional Healthcare. More of the pregame on the way with KUOO.
Nickel, commercial line sales executive from Central Insure. We understand there's more to insurance than just your policy. It's about people and protecting what's most important. That's why we strive to offer you the most appropriate and cost-effective policies to fit your needs. From home, auto, life and health, to business insurance, our experienced and local agents are here to help you. Central Insure is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to local athletes.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any other federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
Spirit Lake getting set for Spirit Lake and New Hampton in round 2 of the Class 2A football playoffs on KUOO and Explore Live Video this evening. Patrick running the video, doing a great job there. We want to thank Michaela, our audio engineer, and all of our wonderful sports sponsors who make our broadcast possible, including Lakes Regional Healthcare, who brings you the pregame show. And thank you to Central Bank, our premier video sponsor throughout the playoffs here on KUOO. We thank them for their contributions and making that all possible. We know a lot of you are watching at home this evening in the comforts of your warm home. We're glad to be able to bring you the game. All right, let's get to our starting lineups here momentarily, and we'll thank Central Bank in just a second there. Central Bank and Central Insure, they are there to make it happen for you. Let's go ahead. Michaela and Patrick will take the. Well, let's just wait for the coin toss.
I'm watching the coin toss here.
Real quick,
Spirit
for those
Lake,
of you watching on
looks
video.
like Spirit Lake might have won this toss. Their ref's going over there.
Spirit Lake has
They're going to defer.
elected to defer. Okay. So the Chickasaws will receive the football to start the ball game. Our starting lineups again, thanks to Central Bank and Central Insure. Let's thank them now on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
Sports fans, this is Cindy Mart, Mortgage Loan Officer at Central Bank. We are a family-owned business, and our team is all about providing competitive rates and a personalized experience that is simple and smooth for everyone. Buying a home is the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Give me a call when you are ready, and I will guide you through the process and answer any questions. If you're ready to apply, visit mycentral.bank. Central Bank is a proud supporter of high school athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake, and starting lineups for tonight, we'll begin with the offense for the New Hampton Chickasaws. On the line will be number 79, Cam Josephson, number 55, Lee Reichs, number 71, Marshall Zion, number 50, Caleb Rockford, and number 60, Gatlin McCumber. The tight end is number 2, Talon Bohati. The receiver is number 8, Bo Siri, split in number 89, Cale Lowers. The quarterback is number 4, Ben Gilbert. He'll be handing off to either the fullback, number 31, Ethan Swella, but mostly number 30, Braden McShane, the running back for New Hampton. Spirit Lake defensively on the line, Tyson Robinson, Evan Beck, and Logan Sandman. Linebackers, Terry Sexton, Joey Andres, Owen Lalamandir, Bodie Higgins, cornerback Dylan Stecker, and Ethan Stecker. Strong safety, Will Graves, and the free safety is Sam Henriksen. Those are your official starting lineups for this evening. We'll flip the script here after the first series and try to get that to go as well.
They announced it wrong.
They did announce it
Spirit
wrong.
Lake is going to take the opening kickoff.
Okay, well, disregard everything I just said.
Yes.
Except that after the first series, it'll at least be right.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we can't do that.
No, we can't.
We can't.
That's right. Spirit Lake is going to receive the ball, folks. They're going to receive the ball now.
All right.
Whether that means the ref didn't show who won the toss and went right over to who's going to get the football.
It'll be Shaver is kicking things off, and to the 14-yard line for Spirit Lake. And this is Wes, and he's up to the 33-yard line. Do we have
I see a flag coming in right away. Going to be a holding right away.
All right, so we'll see what happens
The ref
there.
threw it right into the middle of where the tackle is being made, so I'm going to look for a holding. I didn't see any face mask at all, so I think they're going to back him up probably 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Oh, defense.
No, defensive.
Face mask, okay. So there was a face mask in there grabbing it. It must have been an inadvertent one, just grazed over it. But they marked off the 15 yards, so the Chickasaws start out with a penalty right away to start this game.
And Spirit Lake will have outstanding field position at their 46-yard line with 11:51 on the clock here in the first quarter. We'll get the Spirit Lake starters as we go through this drive. And it will be the quarterback, Cade Lund, handing off to the big man, Bodie Higgins. There goes Bodie, and they're trying to arm tackle him there, and that ain't going to work. Finally brought down well into Chickasaw territory at the 27-yard line of New Hampton.
Well, that one arm tackle was grabbing his jersey, and that slowed him down just enough. Otherwise, if he doesn't grab that jersey, I think Bodie's going down the sideline for a touchdown. But what a great game to start this thing.
Well, 23-4 is 27-yard gain, and it'll be a first down for Spirit Lake. And
Bodie's been running so strong these last few games.
They'll send Andres and Stecker out to the right, and they'll toss things out to Andres. And there is Joey to the 25. 20
nice
cuts it back inside to the 15, to the 10. He's down to the 7-yard line. That's a first down.
2 in a row right off the bat. And what a great cutback by Joey Andres on that one. Had the blocker out in front of him, waited for the blocker to establish on the right side. He saw the blocker was going to push to the outside. He cut it back to the inside and picked up another 15 yards after that run.
He gained 20. It's first and goal from the New Hampton 7-yard line for Spirit Lake, a whopping 37 seconds into the ballgame. Spirit Lake goes 2 to the left, single receiver to the right. And Lunt with Higgins in the backfield. And it'll be Joey Andres in motion. And Cade will take the way high snap, goes way over his head, and he's picking it up, and he'll just go out of bounds with it here near the 30-yard line, went way over his head. Huge break for New Hampton.
Evan Beck had a little adrenaline flow on that one, just launched it right over Cade Lunt's head.
So back to the 29. That's a loss of 22, unfortunately, if you're a Spirit Lake fan. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 29-yard line. On the line for Spirit Lake, Owen Meerbeek, Josiah McQuan, Evan Beck, Ethan Carlson, Brennan Burrell. Receivers are Dylan Stecker and Simon Linebaugh, Joey Andres, and Owen Lalamandir, as well as Bodie Higgins, the running back. And they will look to throw on 2nd and long, and it'll be through the hands of the intended receiver, Ethan Stecker, that time around, who was into the ball game, and it'll be incomplete.
Had him open, just airmailed it a little bit over his head. The defender was playing well off of Ethan Stecker, good 7 to 10 yards. So there was no thought of interception, but it well over the Ethan Stecker's head.
Now, here on 3rd and really long, Clyde, I mean, it's 4-down territory.
Yeah.
But you get yourself into the field goal range.
Well, even get half of it. I mean, that's what you want to look at, is get half of it. And the bad snap definitely hurt it on this one, backing him up that 22 yards.
New Hampton defense, Gatlin McCumber, Cam Josephson, Ty Shackleton, and Ethan Swella on the line. We'll get the rest of their defense in a moment. On 3rd and goal from the 29. And we have time called, I believe.
Yep.
Timeout by Spirit Lake. Let's finish the New Hampton defense. The linebackers are Braden McShane, Ty Robinson, and Jackson Eckley. The cornerbacks are Ben Gilbert and Adam Ewerts. And the strong safety is Cale Lowers, along with the other safety, Talon Bohati. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 29-yard line of New Hampton for Spirit Lake.
Yes, that is 3rd and goal. Bad snap on the on the first down play, first and goal, and it went back 22 yards on the loss.
I maybe just put it on the ground here if I'm Spirit Lake.
Well, see if you can get some blocks, establish something to the outside. You got the wide side of the field on this side here to the west side of the field, now the home field side. See what you can do, but they've got the receivers that are getting open. Look for a crossing pattern maybe from this. Joey Andres lining up on the slot on this left side.
And here is 3rd and goal. And Lunt looking to throw. Steps up. Fires towards the end zone. And it's overthrown just a hair. He had Andres in front of the defenders, but couldn't quite get it to him. So now it'll be 4th and goal from the 29-yard line. Spirit Lake, it looks like we'll go for it here.
Yeah, I mean, it's too far for the field goal into the wind.
The punt doesn't do a whole lot of good.
It's not going to do a thing.
It's going to gain you about 9 yards net is all it's going to do.
So if nothing else, put it to the corner, of right on the front pylon, and if it does get intercepted, so be it.
So here's 4th and goal, and Lunt to throw, and he will throw it down to Stecker. Stecker to the 15, still on his feet. He'll be tackled inside the 10-yard line, but it'll be a turnover on downs at the 9.
Yeah, so
but they flipped the field.
Yeah, 20-yard gain. They put it down inside the 10. That's all you can ask for if you don't get the touchdown on it. So now the defense has to step up, and this defense has been playing outstanding football the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I don't know if we gave the defense enough credit there in the pregame show. The offense has been humming pretty well most of the year, Clyde, but the defense these last probably 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, at least.
Has been really solid.
And each week you see an improvement.
And the ball came out. Spirit Lake says they have it.
Well, that's the turnover that they needed. And, every team loves to have that.
And big number 70 comes away with
Evan
it
Beck.
for Spirit Lake. Evan Beck. Wow.
Fumble on the first play, and Evan Beck recovers it at the 9-yard line. First and goal from the 9. Okay, so you flip the field on 4 plays. Now you just get it right back on the fumble.
Oh, wow. To say it's not the start New Hampton would be an understatement, and they've even had a few things go their way. Well, let's see what the Indians offense does here on 1st and goal from the 9. And it'll be a quick screen, and it'll be caught, and that's Ditzworth and Will down to the 5, maybe even 4-yard line as he gets a screen on the right side, heads towards the sideline. They'll mark him at the 4, give him 5. So a better first down that time around if you're an Indians fan, and now 2nd and goal from the 4. Tonight's broadcast thanks to Spirit Lake Community Schools, Okoboji View and Pub 19, Interior Sewing by Lisa, and Lakes Regional Healthcare. 2nd and goal, they're at the 4-yard line. And they will hand it off to Ditzworth up the middle. And is Will into the end zone?
He walked in, yep.
That's a 4-yard touchdown run for Will Ditzworth.
Just followed his blockers, kept his both arms around the football, went off the right side between the guard and the center. And the minute he hit the hole, he saw a little burst to the outside from his big right tackle over there, pushing his blocker out to the outside. He stepped to the right and walked into the end zone.
And now will attempt the extra point here for Spirit Lake. 9:45 to go in the first quarter. The Indians strike first. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is on the way, and it is good. 7-0 Spirit Lake. Back in a minute on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Hour and 59-minute ride for New Hampton today, Clyde, to get here from their high school. And so far, it has not been the warm welcome they were probably hoping for.
Well, they got a warm welcome. They just didn't want to start the game this way.
As they trail Spirit Lake 7-0 now, they fumble the football on the kickoff.
Oh, there's a lot of red jerseys there.
And that's going to be a problem. Tackled back at the 9-yard line is the return man for the Chickasaws. That time around, number 9, Reed Roush.
It came at him, but he ran up a little bit too far in the kick return, and he had to try and catch it over his head, went through his hands, then he had to run back 10 yards, and by the time he picked up the ball and turned and looked, there was 5 red jerseys coming at him.
They say he got back to about the 10-yard line, and that is where the New Hampton offense will come onto the field. And Ben Gilbert, under center, will hand off to McShane, who is the running back. That's Braden McShane. And McShane got 1, it looks like, on forward progress. Not a lot of running room.
No, he got generous because he fell forward for that 1 yard. He got his legs got tied up right at the line of scrimmage, but he fell forward, got the yard out of that. There's that good defensive line again. It looks like tonight they're starting with, who is that, Carlson? Yes. No, Josiah McQuan is in the middle. Mearbeek's on the right side. And Beck's on the left.
On 2nd and 9, they go to McShane. Bigger hole up the left side. Fumbles the football, and New Hampton's going to land on it at the 21-yard line. Oh, my. Oh, well, a chilly night. Maybe it's hard to hang on to that football. Punch that thing free.
Yeah, that's 2 of them, though, in a matter of 3 carries.
Going to be enough for a first down. I think he had it either way, but following the fumble, it'll put New Hampton at the 21-yard line, their own 21-yard line. So give him a gain of 10 there, Clyde, and then he fumbled it forward. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chickasaws, trailing Spirit Lake 7-0 if you're just joining us. And again, Gilbert will go under center and will hand off to McShane, and nothing there for Braden McShane, and he will lose at least a yard or 2.
He's going to lose some on that one. Good defensive stand there. Good job of filling the holes by the linebackers on that one. The front line, like I said, Evan Beck, Mearbeek on the outsides with Josiah McQuan in the middle. But that time it was Owen Lalamandir just filling that gap off that right side playing defense. And there was no room for.
And there's no sleeves on Owen Lalamandir tonight.
And he was down here on the bike before the game.
Shades of Bud Grant.
He was down here on the bike before the game with just his T-shirt on underneath, sleeveless T-shirt.
And it'll be 2nd and 11. And they'll go to McShane again, and he's going to get nothing. In fact, he's going to lose another yard, Clyde.
He's going to lose more.
They'll mark him at the 19, it looks like. Not a lot of room up that left side there for the Chickasaws, and now they're looking at 3rd and 12 at their own 19-yard line, down 7-0. On the family of stations tonight, Sumner Fredericksburg is at Emmitsburg. Emmitsburg scored potentially 2 home playoff football games yet, Clyde, tonight, and maybe next week they can come away with the win. But Sumner is 8-1 going into Emmitsburg tonight. That's on Y100. And here's 3rd and long, and looking to throw is Gilbert, the quarterback, downfield and incomplete. Intended receiver was number 11, Adam Ewert.
Yeah, Ewert. It was guarded by number 11, Ethan Stecker, and Ethan was on him like a glove. And great defense, didn't interfere at all, just kept his hand right behind the receiver. And when the ball came in, Ethan got his big hand, that big long reach around the front, and knocked it out for an incomplete pass.
So it'll be 4th and 12 for the Chickasaws at their own 19, and they will look to punt. And the punter is, it's either Ewert or Shaver. We'll get the number here in a moment as they punt it away. Spirit Lake gets it. Fair catch at their own, at the New Hampton 48-yard line. So good field position for Spirit Lake. Already up 7-0. 7:07 to go here in the first quarter. 2A playoff football tonight on KUOO and Explore Live Video. So it's the second time that Spirit Lake will start on the New Hampton side of the field. Mark it at their 48-yard line.
Going to line up with Cade Lunt in the shotgun formation. It looks like Will Ditzworth may be behind him.
It is. 2 receivers to the right. Single receiver is Ethan Stecker to the left. Now the man in motion. They'll fake it to him. Hand off. Ditzworth. Huge hole at the middle. Ditzworth first down, still on his feet inside the 35. Mark him down now at the 30-yard line. Churning those legs, Clyde.
Yeah, they got him up by their shoulder pads, and Will just kept turning the legs and moved it another 7 yards with a couple of would-be tacklers on him.
And a gain of 18 on the play and an Indians first down. The broadcast thanks to Pizza Ranch, Dr. Craig Newell, McKean's Pub and Grill, and Steamway Cleaning. And the video sponsor tonight, Central Bank and Central Insure. It'll be 1st and 10 for Spirit Lake at the Chickasaws 30-yard line, already up 7-0. Man in motion is 30, Orpin, and looking to throw is Lunt, and he'll toss it out here. That time Dylan Stecker makes a man miss. Stecker still on his feet. 2 guys miss inside the 15. Then finally a host of Chickasaws push him out of bounds.
And did you notice the room they're giving the Stecker boys? That time it went to the far side, which was the wide side of the field. Dylan's on that side, on the right side as we're looking at it. And the defender was off him by a good 10 yards. Dylan had 2 seconds to sit, catch the ball, evaluate where to run, and he made a couple of guys miss and just left them dry in the air.
1st and 10 from the 12 after the gain of 18. Man in motion again. They're going to go back to Ditzworth up the middle. Huge hole inside the 5. That's another Indians touchdown. A 12-yard run this time around for Will Ditzworth.
How about that hole by the offensive line, though? Just blow it open on the left side this time. And Will didn't get touched until he was 2 yards from the end zone on that 12-yard run.
6 minutes to go, first quarter. It's already 13-0 Spirit Lake. And an extra point for Will Ditzworth is coming up. Wow. What an impressive drive again. That's the start Spirit Lake has been having in recent games, Clyde. The game at Clarion in the rain, all things considered, they even started that one pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
Here's snap, hold, kick on the way, and Ditzworth is good again, and it's 14-0 Spirit Lake. Let's do a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with more high school football from Hafer Field on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
Sports fans, this is Cindy Mart, mortgage loan officer at Central Bank. We are a family-owned business, and our team is all about providing competitive rates and a personalized experience that is simple and smooth for everyone. Buying a home is the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Give me a call when you are ready, and I will guide you through the process and answer any questions. If you're ready to apply, visit mycentral.bank. Central Bank is a proud supporter of high school athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A playoff football second round tonight at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. And it's the Indians of Spirit Lake leading the Chickasaws of New Hampton 14-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. The other game in the pod is Western Christian at West Lyon. I'll see if I can't maybe get some score updates there throughout the broadcast tonight. Ditsworth with the kickoff after he ran it in and kicked the extra point, and they're going to kick it to about the 20, and Chickasaws will bobble it. They'll pick it back up and fall forward to the 30. And they've had a little trouble hanging on to the football. That time around it was Bo Siri, excuse me. And here comes the New Hampton offense. First time around, they fumbled it at their own 9. The second time around,
they had one good run of 10 yards, and then 2 of them that backed them up.
Yeah, and then they've had to punt.
So yeah, just the one first down on that one run.
Bunching things up here, that's for sure. And they are going to go to McShane, and he'll fall forward for a yard. Will Braden McShane. I believe.
Let's see where they mark it here.
I think he got the 31-yard line in.
Well, that's where they started, was a 31. So give him no gain on that one.
No, you're right. And
yeah,
I didn't get the.
He got hit in the backfield and then fell forward.
5:56.
5:56 is when this drive started.
So no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 31. And they will look to hand off again. They'll toss it back to McShane. He'll try to get the left end turn. He does this time around, and he'll pick up about 5 on 2nd down and 10.
And that's one of those plays, it's like just a sweep out off the left side over there, pitch it out to him, and Spirit Lake, you notice, is stacking the box a little bit. They're keeping guys in tighter. So now they might, if they see that a few times, they might try and run it like that. Well, then Spirit Lake's just going to spread it out a little bit. So it's just a chess match right now, but 5-yard gain on that one.
Scoreless at Emmetsburg after one between the Ehawks and Sumner Fredericksburg. Okay. That's on Y100. Here's 3rd and 5, and the quarterback, Gilbert, in all sorts of trouble. Looked like he wanted to maybe throw a screen play.
He wanted to do the wide receiver screen.
There was nothing there.
And Isaiah McQuan is standing there right with the receiver waiting for the ball. So the smart play, very smart play, but Ben Gilbert, the quarterback, pulled it down, tried running, and there was nothing there, no gain.
No gain. It'll be 4th down and 5, and New Hampton brings on the punt unit. Spirit Lake ships back Wes Walls, and I believe it's McQuan to receive. And I didn't catch the number on the punter. I think the punter is Shaver, number 10. Let's see what happens here. They've used several punters this year. That one was almost blocked. It is Shaver, and that'll be fair caught at the 37-yard line of Spirit Lake. So another set a good field position for the Indians. Maybe not quite as good as the earlier drives, but they'll take that any day.
This is respectable for them. They might have more than 3 or 4 plays on the drive.
Oh, Clyde, don't get ahead of ourselves.
No, that's what they've been doing. I'm just looking at it here.
You're right, though. It has been real quick scores so far. So Spirit Lake goes with 2 receivers to the left and a single receiver to the right. Lunt, I believe, has Higgins in the backfield this time around, and he will fake the handoff to Bodie and now throw down the middle, and it'll be caught by Dylan Stecker. It's another one of those just throw it up to him. 50-50 balls.
There's 2 white jerseys around him, Cade just threw it in the middle of the bunch. Dylan was there, and that 6'4" or what is 6'5" frame? What is he? 6'5".
6'5", yeah.
Went up in the air with that long reach and easily outreached everybody and brought it down. And they got such good hands.
They do, and a gain of 33 on the play makes it 1st and 10. Indians at the Chickasaws 30-yard line, already up 14-0. With 3:25 to go first quarter. Now we got a man in motion, Orpin, looking to throw again. Now they'll just, they try to toss out to Orpin, a little missed time
He had to hurry that one, though. He had a pretty good rush coming from number 66 for the Chickasaws. Ty Shackleton,
yep.
Was putting a little pressure on Cade Lunt.
So incomplete, 2nd down and 10 from the 30 coming up. Our broadcast, thanks to Central Bank and Insurance, who are sponsoring the video tonight, C&B Operations, Jurdy Collision Center, and MHR Insurance. 2nd and 10, ball at the Chickasaw 30-yard line. And in motion goes Logan Sandman. And they'll go to the big guy, Bodie, and he's bulldozing forward all the way to the 15-yard line.
And
there's a hole, and then it's hard to tackle him on top.
He gets that head of steam going, and one of their main tacklers, who's their main running back, Braden McShane, tried to put a shoulder to Bodie, but Bodie just ran right over the top of him and got 5 more yards after he hit him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line of New Hampton for Spirit Lake. Already up 2 scores. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left is Ryder Sundahl. Now they send Orpin in motion into the slot. And they will hand off again to Higgins, and Higgins will fall near the 10, mark him at the 11-yard line, pick up a 4.
That time the hole closed a little bit faster by the Chickasaws.
Oh, okay. Still a 4-yard gain.
But 4-yard gain on a first down, he'd take that every day.
Okay. When I was in high school, when you're on the offensive line, they said, you get 3 yards every time, you're good to go.
Yep.
Because that makes you 4th and 1, and you're going to go for it on 4th and 1 more times than not.
Well, and a lot of them, they'll say, okay, look at this one. You get 4 yards every
That's
time.
Right.
You're going to get a first down on the third down.
Yep. So here is 2nd down and 6. And Lunt will hand it off on the end around to Lalamandir. And Owen inside the 5, dives for the end zone, got the touchdown.
You think he wanted that one? I feel sorry for number 11, Adam Ewert, because the last 2 yards, Owen had him dragging him behind him, diving for the end zone.
So with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the first quarter, it's now 20-0 Spirit Lake. This has been a dominating performance so far.
Yeah, and that was just a good run there by Owen Lalamandir off the left side. He saw the gap, split it up there, and hit the end zone hard.
And the extra point from Will Ditzworth is good. 21-0 Spirit Lake. Back in a minute on KUOO.
Hot Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Back at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake, here's the kickoff, and it'll be taken by the Chickasaws at the 24-yard line. And not a bad run forward there. Who was the number on that,
Number
Clyde?
9, Reed Roush.
And
on that return.
Gives the Chickasaws pretty solid field position up at their own 35-yard line. That is their best field position of the night, and they could use it because with 1 minute and 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's 21-0 Spirit Lake. Those of you on Explore Live Video can see that. Those of you on KUOO cannot.
Well, we'll try and bring it to you best we can and give you a good picture in your mind. Right now, it's domination by this Spirit Lake team.
And here's the first down run, and that's a good job of the running back, McShane.
He was hit in the backfield.
Yeah, well, he churned his legs, though, Clyde. You know, he made something out of nothing.
Yep.
And mark him at the 37 for the gain of 2.
Yeah, that was a good run because he was kind of hit. It was getting kind of congested in the backfield. He saw a little hole, cut back a little bit, went right through the center position, and picked up 2 yards. Good run by Braden McShane.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they will roll out with the quarterback Gilbert to his right. Across the middle. Did have a guy, but he was trying to throw behind him to Cale Lowers.
He was worried.
Lowers, excuse me. And
Joey Andres was hot on his heels. And Ben Gilbert, he had to throw across his body, knowing that he was going to get almost tackled from the behind. And he just threw it in the ground.
3rd down and 8 for the Chickasaws at their own 37-yard line. They've had 1 first down so far tonight. Hasn't been a whole lot of running room since then. And they'll look to throw on 3rd down, and it'll be incomplete. They had a man in Cale Lowers.
Great defense again, though. Man, just great defense over in that corner. Wes Walls on the coverage. and he saw the pass, anticipated it, came up, and dove in front of the receiver just to deflect it just enough to knock it out of play.
And 4th down, and the punt unit is on. Shawver, high snap, gets it down, gets the punt off, and it'll be kicked to the 37-yard line. Spirit Lake will fair catch it there, will Isaiah McQuan at the Indians' 37-yard line. It's kind of like deja vu.
Yeah.
That's what happened last time around. So with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it's 21-0 Spirit Lake, and they've got the football back here at their own 38-yard line
38,
now.
Yep.
Well, let's see what tricks the offense has up their sleeve here as they send one man out wide to the left, one to the right, and they'll look to throw. It'll be Ethan Stecker. Or check that, Dillon at the 45, loses the defender.
That's Ethan.
Here's Ethan inside the 40 of the Chickasaws down to the 33. You're right, it is Ethan.
And he did a lot of that on his own because he caught a 5-yard pass and then made 3 guys miss on tackles. Just great running, yards after the catch. Ethan Stecker did it to perfection on that one.
So the throw from Lunt and the run after by Stecker puts the Indians at the 33-yard line of the Chickasaws. So 12 and 17 is 29.
29 on that one in the first down.
1st and 10 Indians again. Now Dylan Stecker wide to the right. Couple guys to the left. They send a man in motion in Orpin. They'll fake the handoff there and then go to Ditzworth. What a hole for Ditzworth up the middle as he crosses the 25 and bulldozes down to the 24-yard line.
Impressive front offensive line play again, just opening up that line surge you're getting. Will's not getting touched till he's 4 or 5 yards down the field. Will or Bodie.
He is... Well, the nose of the football
they're
is
going to give him 9.
Just beyond the 23. I'm going to go 9.5. 9.5 for those of you at home. It's 2nd and real short.
Yeah, I'll go with the 23.
They'll do an end around here, and this is going to be Andres, and Joey inside the 15. Has the first down. He'll be down at the 14-yard line, it looks like. Looks like he got 10 on that. Enough for a first down. And the chains move again. Our broadcast thanks to United Community Bank, the Hut Bar and Grill, Consumers Lumber Company, and the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake. 1st and 10, Spirit Lake at the 14-yard line of the Chickasaws, and that is the end of the first quarter. 21-0, Spirit Lake leads New Hampton. We've got the second quarter in a minute on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
This is Cole Nickel, Commercial Line Sales Executive from Central Insure. We understand there's more to insurance than just your policy. It's about people and protecting what's most important. That's why we strive to offer you the most appropriate and cost-effective policies to fit your needs. From home, auto, life and health, to business insurance, our experienced and local agents are here to help you. Central Insure is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to local athletes.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any other federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in
Quarter number 2 is Spirit Lake leading New Hampton 21-0. Welcome back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake with Clyde Erke. I'm Jason Jacobs. We're on Explore Live Video tonight thanks to Central Bank for making that possible. And, of course, also on KUOO. Michaela run things back in the studios. Patrick handling the video side of things here.
Thanks for our full crew running this.
Absolutely.
For everybody out there. Spirit Lake threatening again here.
Let's take a look at the 2A pods. Pod A tonight has Roland Story at Central and George Little Rock, Clarinda at Kemper Catholic down in Carroll. We'll get to the rest of Pod 2, which we're in a moment. Here's a nice toss to Dylan Stecker into the end zone. He goes for a touchdown to start the second quarter.
How about that?
Overload the right side.
Line. Yeah. Overload the right side. And they actually brought Ethan from the left side, set him up in motion, set him up in the slot. So they had 2 slot receivers, and then they had Dylan in the outside, way outside. So what happens, the two slot receivers go out, take quick steps, go out to the outside. Dillon takes 2 steps, cuts back to the inside, gets the ball on a quick pass, 5 yards, and basically with the defenders playing way off him, he just sidestepped around one of them and walked on into the end zone.
Here's the point after try from Will Ditsworth, and kind of a weird snap, but he's still going to get that thing through. Nicely done by Will Ditsworth, and maybe even better job of getting it down by Will Graves. So the PAT is good. It is now 28-0 Spirit Lake. We're going to keep it here for this timeout, and just continued domination by the Spirit Lake squad. Now 5 seconds into the second quarter, leading 28-0. In Pod A, as I mentioned, Central Line George Little Rock, who's the number 1 team according to the state's rankings. They get Roland Story at home tonight. Clarinda's at Kemper Catholic and Carroll. In Pod B, Union LaPorte City's at Van Meter. They're also 9-0 is Van Meter. Mid-Prairie Wellman is at PCM Monroe. Pod C, that's the one we're in. Western Christian of Hull at Westline. We're going to try to get some score updates there throughout the night if we can. And New Hampton here at Spirit Lake. Pod D has Jessup at Monticello and Comanche at Mediapolis. So that's
another impressive drive by Spirit Lake. 4 plays, 62 yards in 1 minute 8 seconds, capped off by the 14-yard pitch and catch from Lunt to Dylan Stecker, and then he takes the 5 extra, about 7 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. PAT good again, like you said, kind of a high snap, but Will Graves is such calm and cool as holding out there, brought it down, and Will Ditsworth was able to punch it through.
So here comes Ditsworth with the kickoff. And this one will go it's going to go into the end zone. Yes. Kind of bounced up in the air for a moment.
They ran away from that.
Pretty good about it.
They ran away from that. If that would have bounced the other way, that would have been disastrous. So let's take a look at something here real quick, JJ. That first quarter stats. I'll try and figure, let's see. So Spirit Lake right now, they've got 115 yards rushing first quarter, and passing they've got 119 yards, but take 14 of that off, so 105 yards. So that'd put them at 220 yards total offense in the first quarter and 21 points. So they tack on the other touchdown in the second quarter along with the 14 yards. But the Chickasaws, I got it 17 yards of total offense.
They're going to get a few back there from McShane as he runs up to the 24-yard line and picks up 4 on first down. So 2nd and 6 on the way. I think we got a score update here. 28-0 Central Lyon is leading Roland Story. Roland had a winning record, okay? That was a team that was like 6-3. Here is 2nd down and 6 from the 24. Looking to throw is Ben Gilbert. Rolls to his right. Has a man. It is caught by number 11 that time around, Aiden Ewert.
He's going to be real close to that.
Adam Ewert, excuse me.
First down mark, maybe just a little short, yeah.
So he's going to be a yard short. And mark him at the 29, gain of 5. And it will be 3rd and 1. Well, this is the best opportunity since the first drive for the Chickasaws to get a first down. They'll send 2 receivers out to the left, and they are going to hand off, and McShane will have it.
He's going to get it, yeah. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage and then fell forward, so you gain a yard on that one.
Yeah,
2
I
yards,
give him
actually.
2 out of the 31. And they might even say he got to the 32, it looks like. So a gain of 3 moves the chains for New Hampton, trailing 28-0 with 10:38 to go in the first half. Our broadcast thanks to Okoboji Physical Therapy, Northwest Bank, Okoboji Motor Company, and Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative. Radio, send it back if you could. And he'll roll out to his left. Throws downfield. It's incomplete. Intended receiver was Talon Bohati. Incomplete on 1st and 10 for New Hampton.
He had him open. Bohati just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, that would have easily been a first down and then some.
And this is the deal. The Chickasaws are not a big passing team, but they're knowing they're going to have to start throwing some, being down 28-0 here. So they've aired a couple of them out here.
So now it's 2nd down and 10. Single receiver out to the left for Gilbert, who's under center. Spirit Lake looking to pressure, and they're going to be nowhere to go that time around.
Did you see that line search? There was, it's
Huge.
like the defensive line and 3 linebackers just went up and pushed the white jerseys right back into the backfield.
And I believe the back that time around who ended up with it was Jackson Eckley, number 22.
22, okay. Try and spare
I don't even know if he thought he should have had it.
Yeah, he didn't want it, I can tell you that much.
They lost 4 to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 14.
I think that he was hesitant because he got the ball, looked up, and he just saw the wave coming back at him.
Here's 3rd and long, and they'll look to throw, and they'll just try to air it up, and it'll be thrown out of bounds and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well covered over there anyway. Wes Walls was
outstanding job.
Heavily blanketing number 11, Adam Ewert.
All right. First quarter scores, West Lyon 14, Western Christian nothing. It's Algona leading Sioux Center 21-7.
Okay.
That is a surprise to me.
You know, Algona's been coming on at the end of the year, though.
They've got a lot of talent. We know that.
We got him that first game of the year. High snap here.
And they're going to get the punt off. Not a great punt, but it will take a New Hampton bounce past the 50-yard line to the Spirit Lake 48. And that's where it goes out of bounds. So, with 9:17 to go here in the first half, 28-0 Spirit Lake, and the Indians with the ball at their own 48-yard line.
Well, another good field position start here for the Indians.
They haven't had a bad one tonight.
No, they started at their own 46. They started at the New Hampton 9. Started at New Hampton 48. Their own 37. Their own 38. And now their own 48.
1st and 10 Indians at their own 48-yard line. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left. They're going to do an end-around play here. This is going to be Logan Salmon. Logan to the 40, down to the 35, still on his feet to the 30, to the 25, where he will lose the ball out of bounds at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line.
He got stripped from behind by Ethan Swella.
So
what a great run by Logan.
Yeah, he was tackled at the 25-yard line. The fumble goes out of bounds at the 23. So officially, I think he gained 23 yards on that, Clyde. And then they gained a couple yards off the fumble. So it'll be 1st and 10, Spirit Lake at the Chickasaws' 23-yard line. 2 receivers each side for the quarterback, Cade Lunt, who will throw a screen pass here. That's caught to Simon Linebaugh. Simon inside the 15, down to the 12. Should have enough to move the chains again, and does.
Getting everybody involved here all of a sudden.
So another first down for Spirit Lake coming up. Already leading by 4 scores, nearing the midway point of the second quarter. Now they'll go trips to the left and a single receiver, and Dylan Stecker to the right. Ooh, could see something towards the end zone that way, perhaps. And here's Lunt. He's going to hand off instead. Big hole for Higgins. He'll just march into the end zone, and there's the touchdown.
Did you see that between left guard and center? And those 2 gentlemen took their defenders, pushed them both outside. Brody Higgins got the handoff. He wrapped his arms. The minute he wrapped his arms, he looked up and he saw that hole, and he just tucked it and ran then and didn't get touched till the end zone.
Wow.
Big hole by that offensive line. Just massive.
And Spirit Lake's an extra point away from running clock here in the second quarter again. We say again because it's become a common appearance for Spirit Lake, or a common occurrence the back half of this season. Extra point is good. 35-0 Spirit Lake with 8:11 to go in the first half. Let's take a 30-second timeout. More coming up on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Whether it's a flooded basement or damaged carpets, Steamway Cleaning has the tools and professional service to restore the beauty of your floors. Steamway Cleaning also provides duct cleaning, odor removal, and much more, plus 24-hour emergency services. Call Steamway Cleaning in Spirit Lake.
One is fine. Back at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake, the kickoff. Ooh, New Hampton kind of bobbles it at the 7. They will pick it up, get to about the 13. Now still on his feet is the return man. We'll mark him at the 13-yard line. So it'll be somewhat difficult field position again here for the Chickasaws.
And it's going to go to running clock as soon as this clock starts now.
So 8 minutes and 4 seconds is where the drive will start for New Hampton. Oh, Scott Nolte's quick games continue. He's at halftime, but it's 0-0 between Emmitsburg and Sumner-Fredericksburg on Y100.
Both of them love to run.
They do.
So you're not going to stop the clock at all.
Well, it'll be fun to see what happens in that game.
But 0-0, Emmitsburg's got a tough one there.
Perhaps could be a special teams game there where a big play makes a difference. And New Hampton will throw on first down here, and it'll be incomplete.
Should be incomplete,
Bobbled for the intended receiver, and really good defense there, knocked it away.
Yeah, and the ball was there, the catch was there, but Walls came in with that arm as soon as the ball hit, and he dislodged it from that receiver. I think that was number 11 out there. Was it Lowers?
Cale Lowers, number 89, was the receiver. So it'll be incomplete, 2nd down and 10 for the Chickasaws at their own 13-yard line. Again, 35-0 Spirit Lake.
Clock running now, continuous, even on that incomplete pass.
Our broadcast tonight, thanks to so many sponsors, Spencer Physical Therapy, IGL Teleconnect, and Black Earth Java. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to hand off to McShane, and nowhere to go on the right side. He's going to lose a yard.
And this is one of those deals, folks. New Hampton prided themselves on their running game this year, and Spirit Lake is just putting a kibosh on it tonight.
Well, and here's the thing about this time of year, Clyde. He loses, I think, at least a yard. I'm going to say 2.
I'm going to say 2.
Because it's going to be 3rd down and about 12. You're right, Clyde, on that front, as New Hampton's going to take a timeout here. You're right. They prided themselves on their run game, but at this time of the year, and it doesn't matter what class size I feel like you're at, if you can only do one element of the offense, you can only really run the football, you can only really throw the football, it's going to be tough because the other teams are good enough at this point in time that the defenses can shut down that one thing that you're really good at.
Yeah, and we knew that New Hampton wasn't a passing team. In fact, in their stats, as far as passing-wise, I've got them right now for 682 yards total on the year, only 47 pass attempts or completions. Spirit Lake on the year, going into this game, they had 1,726 yards in receiving yards.
Yeah.
So 3 times as much. So you got to diversify. You got to split it out a little bit.
Well, and the other thing too, that they're not real comfortable throwing the football because if you look at as a team, they've got 5 touchdown passes to 10 interceptions.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's another factor there, and that's not just the current quarterback in Ben Gilbert. They've had other guys
ones
to play
trying
as well.
Yep.
So it's going to be 3rd down and we'll call it a long 11 here for the Chickasaws. And they are going to roll out here with Gilbert, and he's going to just throw. The ball is tipped. That's nicely done there by Ditsworth, tipping the pass.
Heavy pressure.
And that was dangerous again there, as it'll be 4th down and punting formation coming up here for the Chickasaws with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go, 2nd quarter, trailing 35-0.
Gilbert didn't even really have a good grip on that one. He just tried putting it over the defenders, but Ditsworth got his hands up in the air and knocked that one down. I think he actually hit his arm as he was trying to throw it.
Yeah. Walls is the deep back here for the Indians. Looks like McQuan's back there too. Here's the punt. Goes fairly high. McQuan's going to fair catch it, then fumbles, then picks it back up, lands on it at the 36-yard line of the Chickasaws. So it's only a net of about 25 yards for New Hampton on the punt with 5:52 to go here in the quarter. And the Indians' offense will come back onto the field.
With, once again, very, very good field position.
Not the best they've had tonight. They started at the 9 once, but this is easily the 2nd best field position of the night. And let's see what Cade Lunt and the Indians' offense. 2 by 2. And Lunt will throw on 1st and 10, and he will throw it through the hands of the intended receiver that time around, which was number 5, Dylan Stecker.
I think he was figuring Stecker was going to stay up a little bit. Stecker came back about 3 yards as the ball was released, and that one sailed just a little bit over his head.
Second down and 10. Thanks to some more sponsors, Minnesota West Community and Technical College, Service Master by Rice, and The Venue, all part of the great sponsor list that we have again this season for Indians football. Now we'll see three receivers to the right for Spirit Lake.
Cade Orpin in the slot along with Owen Lalamandir.
And looking to throw is Cade Lunt. And Cade over the middle. It'll be caught. And I believe that is Orpin. Am I correct?
Yes.
Orpin inside the 30. Mark him down at the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. And it'll be 3rd down and 1. At the Chickasaws, we'll call it 37-yard line. No, 27-yard line, excuse
27,
me.
yep.
They'll send Ethan Stecker out to the left, along with another man there in Andres. Now Andres in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him. Ditzworth avoids the defender, has the first down inside the 20 to the 15 where he's tackled by number 4. That's Ben Gilbert.
Ben Gilbert, yep.
And mark the ball at the 15-yard line of the Chickasaws. The 12-yard gain gives Spirit Lake another first down.
Great blocking up front again, and that time Will bounced it outside, but that's the perimeter blocking also. They were, those perimeter ends and the slot men were holding their blocks out there for that 3-4 seconds and gave Will time to get to the outside and pick up extra yardage.
And here is 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw is Lunt, and he'll go towards the end zone, and it's just past the hands, getting off the fingertips there of number 3 Ryder Sundahl.
Yeah, just a little bit over the top.
Pretty good defense out there as well.
It was good
I think
coverage.
Gilbert was the one with the coverage.
Yeah, but that's where Cade had to throw that. It was high and deep like that. He had to help for Ryder to be able to get up in the air, but it was just a little bit out of the reach.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 15.
And it's smart play, though. First down, down here but at the 15-yard line. He may as well try and give it a shot to the end zone right away in that first down because you've got 2-3 more plays that you have a chance to punch it in here.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Lunt looks to throw over the middle to the end zone, and unable to make the one-handed grab is Stecker.
Cade's feeling it right now. He knew he overthrew that one right away.
So that'll make it 3rd and 10. And now if you're Spirit Lake, well, you can attempt to maybe even just get a first down here inside the 5.
Yep, Cade knew that one was oversailed a little bit. He just put his hands up on his head. I would look for him to go a short pass, get it down to, maybe a first down, close to that first down, set something up like that, and make it a 2. You've got another 4th down, and you can try for it again if you can get close.
So ball at the 15-yard line, single receiver to the left. They'll have 3 to the right. And Lunt with Lalamandir in motion. Will hand off to Ditzworth, has a lead blocker, and then is tackled from behind at the 10-yard line. That was a good tackle that time around by number 52 for New Hampton. Nicely done by Andy Peterson.
Yeah, and that was a great job.
And we have an injured Spirit Lake player now on the play as well. They mark it at the 9, so it's a gain of 6.
If he doesn't get that tackle, Will's walking in because Owen Lalamandir's leading the way. And like you said, 52, Andy Peterson had to come around the backside and make that tackle.
And I think it is Ditzworth who's the injured Spirit Lake player.
I think when he got tackled, I think Peterson rolled onto his feet, right onto his ankles.
So it's going to be 4th down and 4 for Spirit Lake at the 9-yard line of New Hampton when we come back. We'll take a 30-second timeout. More coming up on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
The spirit of competition finds a home in small-town communities where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Coming up
at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake, and Will Ditzworth will be helped to the sideline. Yeah, I think he got kind of rolled up.
He's favoring that right ankle, it looks like, so he got rolled up from the backside, I would bet. And you might see the end of Will Ditzworth for the night.
So Spirit Lake will have 4th down and 4 from the 9-yard line with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go here first half. They're already leading 35-0. And they bring Higgins into the backfield with Cade Lunt, the quarterback, who will look to throw on 4th down, and they'll go to the end zone to Stecker, and he gets over top of the defender, and that's a touchdown for Dylan Stecker.
Just throw it in that direction. He'll get it. And that's just what Dylan did. He looked back. The defender had his back turned to the ball. Dylan saw where the ball's coming. He made just a little stop, went up in the air over the top of the defender, and made the catch for that 9-yard completion and a touchdown.
So Dylan Stecker.
Now, here's the next thing, though.
Touchdown.
Will Ditchworth's the kicker.
Yeah, and
who are they bringing out? Who's their? I remember him kicking.
Frangenberg.
Yeah.
Because I think it was 28 that I saw. Snap, hold, kick is on the way.
Blocked.
That is blocked. And that wasn't Nick's fault by any means. It was just blocked.
No, that's 27. 27 is going to be.
We'll get the number here in just a moment.
Oh, he was. Yeah, we had it.
We'll have it here in a minute. But either way, it'll remain 41-0 Spirit Lake. We're back in a minute on KUOO.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Kickoff goes into the end zone. New Hampton was unable to get on it there. Adam Ewert was the guy closest to it.
Keegan Ryder is the kicker now for Will Ditchworth, who's standing right here. He's standing on both legs, but I would think you probably won't see him the rest of the night.
So it'll be New Hampton ball at their own 20-yard line. 41-0 Spirit Lake.
We'll say about 1:55 is when this drive starting because continuous clock going.
Indians already in firm control of this one. Let's see what New Hampton can do here, closing in on the waning minutes of the first half. Gilbert under center will hand off, and not going to be a whole lot of running room for.
Braden. No, that's not Braden. That's 36, I believe. Nope.
No, it is 32.
Yep.
32 that time around.
Ethan Praska.
And they will give him about a half a yard on forward progress to the 21.
Yeah, they're going to.
We'll
give him a yard.
I'll give him a yard. I'll be generous.
We'll give him a yard.
2nd and 9.5. Halftime show coming up from Okoboji Motor Company here in just a little bit. Got about 54 seconds of first half on the game clock, and they're going to hand off again, and there is not going to be a lot of running room again. Up that right side as they try to go to the middle. Praska again.
They're going to
give him the line of scrimmage.
They're going to give him line of scrimmage, yep. They're going to give him no gain on that one.
3rd down and a long 9 coming up. At halftime, we'll have our halftime report with Sports Director Scott Nolte. And we'll have first half stats analysis, try to get you some scores from across the area as well. So far, it's been all Spirit Lake here in Pod C in Class 2A. 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Gilbert.
Batted down.
Yeah. Incomplete.
I saw that coming because they were Bodie Higgins and Owen Lalamadeer on the two opposite sides of in the middle linebacker positions. They both rushed the line, and the minute they got there, the whole line surge went up, the hands went up, and it was like Gilbert was smothered at the line of scrimmage. That's going to end the half.
The end of the first half, it's Spirit Lake 41-0 over New Hampton. We're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout. Our halftime show again on the way from Okoboji Motor Company, driven to serve better. You're listening to Class 2A playoff football on KUOO and watching on Explore Live Video presented by Central Bank.
Window and door solutions for your next project. Choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Erickson, Kelson and Associates in Spirit Lake are proud supporters of the Spirit Lake Indians. Our team at Erickson Kelson is dedicated to helping your business be the best it can be. Optimize your performance with us at Erickson, Kelson and Associates in Spirit Lake. Go Indians!
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
It's time to take your passion of fishing to a whole new level with a new Triton boat. At Great Lakes Marine, they have a passion for putting fishermen like yourself in the boat of your dreams. Triton continues to lead the way in fiberglass fishing boat innovation. Whether you're a veteran tournament angler or a dedicated novice learning the ropes of a great sport, get on the water today with a new Triton bass boat powered by Mercury. Let them show you all the features Triton has to offer. Great Lakes Marine Service and Sales, Highway 9 in Spirit Lake.
Whether you are freshening up your current decor, building new, or just looking for custom window treatments, Interior Sewing by Lisa has you covered with draperies, pillows, and Hunter Douglas blinds. Call me for your free in-home consultation at 712-320-3492.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Welcome into our halftime show. It is sponsored by Okoboji Motor Company, driven to serve better. It is all Spirit Lake here in the second round of Class 2A playoff football, leading New Hampton 41-0 here at halftime, Clyde. And let's take you through how we got to that 41-0 score here in Pod C of Class 2A. We'll begin with Spirit Lake got the football to start the ball game.
Moved it.
And they started at their own 46-yard line. And it took them 7 play. Well, actually, they turned it over on downs. They got it all the way down to the New Hampton 9.
Then the one bad snap that they had that pushed them back.
They were down to the 9, and then a bad snap pushed them back to the 29, and then they ended up at the 9 in a turnover on downs. New Hampton gets the ball and fumbles it on the first play for them offensively. It was recovered by Evan Beck at the New Hampton 9. And then 2 plays later, Will Ditsworth runs it in from 4 yards out. It's quickly 7-0 Spirit Lake after he makes the extra point as well. New Hampton goes, basically gets a first down and then goes a 3-and-out on their second possession. They punt to their own 48-yard line. Special teams has been a factor in this night because Spirit Lake's had the ball on the New Hampton side of the 50 the whole first half practically. They get the ball at the New Hampton 48. 3 plays later, it's a 12-yard touchdown run by Will Ditsworth again. He kicks the extra point. It's 14-0 Spirit Lake. And then New Hampton goes 3-and-out again. They punt to the Spirit Lake 37-yard line. This time it takes 5 plays, 63 yards in a minute and 53 seconds. Owen Lalumandir runs it in from 11 yards out, to make it 21-0 Spirit Lake. That's the score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Indians get the ball back, and this time around, a 4-play drive is capped off by a 14-yard touchdown catch by Dylan Stecker. Later, after another 3-and-out, it's a 3-play drive capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run by Bodie Higgins. At that point in time, we're at running clock 35-0 Spirit Lake. And the Indians tack on another score, a 9-yard touchdown catch by Dylan Stecker with 1:57 to go in the first half to make it 41-0 after the missed extra point. Clyde, take us through the stats here tonight.
Let's touch on New Hampton first. The Chickasaws come in. Heavily run-type team. Their big runner, Braden McShane, on the year, 142 carries with 924 yards on the year. He's been averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Okay?
Yep.
Tonight, Braden McShane has 11 carries for 22 yards, averaging 2 yards a carry. Jackson Eckley has 1 carry for -4. Ethan Praska, 2 carries for 1 yard. And Ben Gilbert, 1 carry for no yards. And passing-wise, Gilbert's 1 of 8 on the night for 5 yards. And that reception went to Adam Ewert, 1 of 5. That's their offense, folks. That was an easy, quick one. Now we go to Spirit Lake. Going to take a little bit longer on this one. Bodie Higgins on the night, 4 carries, 58 yards. Owen Lalamadeer, 1 carry, 11 yards, and a touchdown. Oh, Bodie has a touchdown also. Joey Andres, 2 carries, 30 yards. Logan Sandman, 1 carry, 23 yards. Will Ditsworth, 7 carries, 66 yards. And I think, what did he have? Did he have 1 touchdown in there? I got him for
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns and a lot of extra points already on the night. Receiving-wise, Dylan Stecker, 4 catches, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns. Simon Lineball, 1 catch for 11 yards. Ethan Stecker, 2 catches, 49 yards. And Will Ditchworth, 1 catch for 5 yards along with his runs. Let's hope he's okay with that getting rolled over on that one play. Cade Lunt, 9 completions on 15 passes, 148 yards. That makes the totals on the night. 11 first downs for Spirit Lake to 2 for New Hampton. Rushing-wise, 168 yards rushing on 16 carries. That's averaging 10.5 yards a carry for the Spirit Lake Indians. Rushing-wise for the New Hampton Chickasaws, 15 carries, 19 yards, 1.27 yards per carry. And like I said, receiving-wise, 9 of 15 for 148 for Spirit Lake, and 1 of 8 for 5 yards for the New Hampton Chickasaws. Total yardage in that first half, 316 yards of total offense for the Indians, 24 yards total offense for the Chickasaws.
It's been total domination through one half of play here at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. A reminder about the McKean's Pub and Grill sack attack. Every time Spirit Lake sacks the opposing team's quarterback, which they have not done yet tonight, somebody will win a free cheeseburger basket from McKean's Pub and Grill in Spirit Lake. Sign up today at explorecabogie.com. Click on the link on the homepage for the McKean's sack attack, which continues through the postseason. Video tonight, thanks to Central Bank. We thank them for being our premier video sponsor throughout the playoffs, and we thank, again, Okoboji Motor Company for being our halftime sponsor. We have the halftime report on the way, and Sports Director Scott Nolte will bring that to you coming up in 60 seconds, and then more first half stats, analysis, and, of course, scores on the way. It's 41-0. Spirit Lake leading New Hampton, and we'll have that halftime report in a minute on KUOO, and it's also coming up on Explore Live Video.
It's halftime as we welcome in the round of 16 football playoffs here on this Friday night, the last Friday of October. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report. And let's take a look at all the classes and talk about the round of 16 matchups. We're going to start off first in 8-player and locally 8-player Pod C. West Bend Mallard at Cam Anita. Remsen St. Mary's is at Bishop Garrigan. Going up to Class A in Pod C, West Hancock at Starmont, Maquoketa Valley at Wapsie Valley. In Class A Pod B, MMCRU at Woodbury Central. Logan Magnolia takes on Akron Westfield. In Class 1A, and we start off in Pod C, where Emmetsburg is hosting Sumner Fredericksburg, and that contest on Y100. Also in Pod C, South Hamilton taking on Waterloo Columbus Catholic. In 1A Pod B, Trainer takes on OABCIG AHSTW at Underwood. In Class 2A, locally, in Pod C, Spirit Lake is hosting New Hampton on KUOO and Explore Live Video. West Lyon hosting Western Christian. 2A Pod A, Central Lyon George Little Rock hosting Roland Story. Clarinda at Kemper Catholic. In Class 3A, Pod D, Algona at Sioux Center, Bishop Heelan at Clear Lake. Pod C has Humboldt at Williamsburg. Class 4A, Pod B, Lamar's at Lewis Central, ADM at Denison Schleswig. Class 5A, locally, in Pod B, Sioux City East takes on Dowling Catholic and Johnston at Ankeny. That's the round of 16 playoffs going on tonight, with the winners advancing to the quarterfinals next week. Semifinals at the Dome would be November 9th through the 11th, and then the finals would be the following week. The final Radio Iowa High School football poll for 3A, 4A, and 5A was released on Monday, and in 3A, Creston is number 1, Sioux Center is number 5, Clear Lake 6, Bishop Heelan is 7, Webster City is 8. In 4A, Western Dubuque number 1 on the final poll, and in 5A, Southeast Polk is number 1. A reminder, after all the games are done, tune in to the Iowa High School Scoreboard Show, scores, highlights, and recaps from across the state. It's going to air on KUOO starting at 10. State cross country is going on in Fort Dodge. 1A and 4A ran earlier today. We did have some 1A competitors around the area. On the girls' side, North Union represented with Alexis Cummings and J.C. Welbig. On the boys' side, representing the area in 1A, Hartley Melvin Sanborn's George Vargas, Sibley Ochetan's Ben Byers, and North Union's Gavin Morphew. Coming up tomorrow is 2A and 3A state cross country in Fort Dodge. Let's start off in 2A girls. Okoboji makes it as a team. So does Sioux Central. Okoboji represented individually by Maren Frein, Addison Frericks, and Marley DeGraff. Sioux Central, Marley Madsen and Linnea Bloom. Esterville Lincoln Central's Tatum Dunleavy made it to state. On the boys' side in 2A, Okoboji makes it as a team. So does Spirit Lake. Okoboji individually, Evan Osler, Akron Joestan, and Lane Larson. Spirit Lake individually, Brandon Hughes and Dietrich Dirks. Esterville Lincoln Central sends a member to state, Parker Dutzman. And we do have 3A competitors as well. On the girls' side, Spencer's Peyton Morey. On the boys' side, Spencer's Nolan McCusker. Best of luck to those 2A and 3A cross-country athletes and teams at the state meet tomorrow in Fort Dodge. Let's talk about the college football schedule for tomorrow in the American Rivers Conference. Buena Vista will host Loras in Storm Lake. Luther at Coe. Wartburg is home to Central. And Dubuque travels to Simpson. In the GPAC, big matchup, Morningside at Northwestern tomorrow, Mount Marty at Doane, Midland travels to Concordia, Dakota Wesleyan hosting Jamestown, and Briar Cliff at Dort. Big Ten tomorrow, Iowa is off, but around the area, Minnesota will host Michigan State, Nebraska hosts Purdue, and Ohio State at Wisconsin. Iowa State is at Baylor for a 2:30 kick tomorrow. Northern Iowa is at Illinois State, and Drake will host Stetson. Finally, on the halftime report, World Series. Game 1 is tonight. Texas will be hosting Arizona. Game 2 is tomorrow night, also in Texas, and the World Series will be broadcast on Fox. That is your halftime report for the round of 16 football playoffs. I'm Scott Nolte, and back to your second half right after this.
Window and door solutions for your next project. Choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Erickson, Kelson and Associates in Spirit Lake are proud supporters of the Spirit Lake Indians. Our team at Erickson Kelson is dedicated to helping your business be the best it can be. Optimize your performance with us at Erickson, Kelson and Associates in Spirit Lake. Go Indians!
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
It's time to take your passion of fishing to a whole new level with a new Triton boat. At Great Lakes Marine, they have a passion for putting fishermen like yourself in the boat of your dreams. Triton continues to lead the way in fiberglass fishing boat innovation. Whether you're a veteran tournament angler or a dedicated novice learning the ropes of a great sport, get on the water today with a new Triton bass boat powered by Mercury. Let them show you all the features Triton has to offer. Great Lakes Marine Service and Sales, Highway 9 in Spirit Lake.
Whether you are freshening up your current decor, building new, or just looking for custom window treatments, Interior Sewing by Lisa has you covered with draperies, pillows, and Hunter Douglas blinds. Call me for your free in-home consultation at 712-320-3492.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Nothing. Spirit Lake leads New Hampton. Other halftime scores, Clyde.
Okay.
West Lyon 22, Western Christian 13. That's in Pod C like us.
Okay.
Game over there at Inwood. The story of the night is Algona and Sioux Center. Algona 21, Sioux Center 14 at half. So Sioux Center's closer.
Center's coming back now. You watch out. That's over at Sioux Center, too.
Things are just as ugly in Rock Rapids as Central Lyon George Little Rock is beating Roland Story 49-0 there.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Tell you what, it has been a dominating evening here at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake scored 3 times in the first quarter, added 3 more in the second quarter.
Bodie Higgins out here stretching on the sidelines right now. You may see him play some of the first couple of series, I think, of this half.
And it'll be Keegan Ryder to kick off.
Yeah, Keegan Ryder's going to kick off.
So they are going to continue to rest.
Yeah, they're going to
rest Ditchworth.
I think he's probably sitting here on the bench with the coat on. I can't see a number, but I would bet that's who it is right here in the bench.
So Ryder to kick off, and back to receive for New Hampton. I think Bo Siri is one of them, and then also number 11, Adam Ewert. And there's Ryder's kick to start the second half. It'll go to the 17-yard line, taken by Siri up the left side. He'll cross the 20 to about the 26, and that's where New Hampton's offense will start here in the third quarter. Again, 41-0 Spirit Lake if you're just joining us, so we'll have running clock at least to start the half. If New Hampton can get it within 35, it would again be a regular clock situation. With Clyde Erke, I'm Jason Jacobs. I want to say thanks to Michaela running things on KUOO, and nice job by Patrick here on Explore Live Video. New Hampton will bunch things up, go double tights here. And they're going to toss it back to number 30, McShane, who tries to get the corner turned and cannot.
He's going to lose a yard, I think, yard or two. He had to dive to get those 2 yards.
Mark him at the 24-yard line. That'll be a loss of a couple.
Yeah, he had to dive to get those 2 yards because he was tripped up about 4 or 5 yards in the backfield.
And it'll be 2nd down and 12. Thanks to Scott Nolte for providing our halftime report here this evening. Thanks to Central Bank for being our premier video sponsor tonight. Here is 2nd down and 12. And they'll toss it back to McShane.
Flea flicker.
Back to the quarterback. Oh, and they can't quite complete the play. Gilbert was open, but it was a little underthrown.
They handed that one off.
I think he got hit as he was throwing,
Yeah, Gilbert handed that one off. and he swung out to the left side, and it looked like McShane was going to run to the right. He took 3 steps to the right. Well, it was such an intense rush on that running play that he had to hurry the throw, and I think he got his arm hit as he was trying to throw it.
So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Chickasaws at their own 24-yard line, about a minute and a half into the second half. And they'll go single receiver each side. Under center is Gilbert, looking to pass. Avoids some pressure, now will be sacked. There's our first McKean's Pub and Grill sack, and it comes at the 22-yard line. Big number 70, Evan Beck, comes away with it.
Evan Beck, he's playing on that left side, that left tackle. He got a big bull rush going up. He got around, and that's when Gilbert stepped up, and he tried running to that side, and Evan just came from behind and dropped him for another 2-yard loss.
So 4th down and 14.
Actually, they're giving him a 1-yard loss.
Shaver is on to punt. And there's the punt. It'll go to it hits the New Hampton players. And then will be downed by number 51, Tristan Willardson. So the punt goes and is returned to the New Hampton 40-yard line with 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, 41-0 Spirit Lake. For those of you on the radio side who can't see the score bug.
Somebody must have a bonfire or something going because I see smoke going across the field over there.
At the New Hampton 40 with about 9:30 on the clock is the Spirit Lake offense. Here's an end-around play. And breaking free is Joey Andres for a touchdown. 40 yards.
I didn't even get the time written down for that one, but it didn't take but 10 seconds. Joey Andres breaks free coming off the right side, and he wanted to get in on the mix also and takes it in from 40 yards out.
So we should see Keegan on here, Keegan Ryder for an extra point and due. 40 yards for Joey Andres. Some nice blocking out in front as well.
Yeah, good perimeter blocking, too, from his other wide receivers out here.
Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is
that one they're good.
And it is 48-0 Spirit Lake. We're back in a minute, KUOO.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Here's the kickoff, and it will go to the 18-yard line, bounce back to the 15. It'll be taken by Siri, and Siri will return it to the 31-yard line for New Hampton.
Halfway decent return there by Siri.
So with approximately 9:10 on the clock, New Hampton gets the ball again at their own 31-yard line, but trailing 48-0.
And haven't been able to generate any type of offense at all. And now we've got the second depth chart in there on defense. We'll try and get some names for you.
We got a nail-biter on Y100, the score in a moment. But first and 10 for New Hampton. They'll toss it back. And now cutting back to the middle there is McShane. Found the hole. McShane has a first down. That's probably one of his best runs in at least a quarter and a half as he'll get up to the 42-yard line and pick up 11.
Yeah, good run. He kind of had to cut that back, though, and get the big yardage because it was shut off on that sweep-type play that he was coming to the outside with. He cut it back to the middle and picked up the extra 10 yards he needed on that.
After 3 on Y100, Emmetsburg 7, Sumner Fredericksburg 7.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let's go, Ehawks. 42-yard line is where New Hampton is after a first down run. Got a man in motion, and here's the delayed handoff. McShane will go out to the left, gets the end turn, stiff arms a couple of guys, and then is into Indians territory at the 41-yard line of Spirit Lake. So give him a pickup of 9 and 8. That's 17.
Yeah, and now this is where Braden is going to get some of his yardage back here. Good runner that he is. Okay, so we got Robinson. Tyson Robinson's playing the left defensive end.
Sandman is still out there as well.
Josiah McQuan is still at nose tackle. Who do we got on this
Sandman's
right?
on the other end, which is pretty
Logan
normal.
Sandman. Well,
so
he didn't
that's just
start.
a good run there.
Yeah, it's a good run. But he got to the outside. Lucas Beloit is playing one of the linebackers. He was on the outside. We got Isaiah McQuan. He's coming in at one of the linebackers.
Gilbert will hand off. This time around, they switch the backs up. It's number 32 this time around in Ethan Praska.
I think they got a flag coming in on the tackle on that one.
I think it might be a face mask.
Well, he got him up right around the neck and pulled him back down. So I think they're going to tack on another 15 yards for a personal foul here. Praska's hurt coming off, though.
Well, I'm not shocked. I mean, he got things kind of ripped off there from behind. Let's see what the officials decide here. It is a face mask against Spirit Lake. So mark him at the 39, Clyde, for the gain of 2.
And then they add another 15 onto that.
So the ball should be placed at the 24-yard line.
I believe that is
that's where they are.
First penalty of the night for the Indians.
And I don't know if New Hampton's had hardly a penalty. Maybe one?
They've had a couple, I think. They had one right at the start of the game. And that's all. That's it for them.
It's been very clean.
Pretty clean game.
So it'll be New Hampton with 1st and 10 at the Spirit Lake 24-yard line, trailing 48-0 with 7:02 to go in the third quarter. Oh, and they moved.
Yeah.
That's going to be a penalty against New Hampton. Well, we shouldn't have said anything.
We jinxed them.
That'll move it back to the 29 after the false start. Our broadcast tonight, thanks to Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons. Also want to say thanks to Okoboji Realty, Drip Okoboji, Snappers Turtle Bay Cafe, and the Eye Care Center. 6:56 to go, third quarter, 48-0 Spirit Lake, and New Hampton will have 1st and 15. They're at the Spirit Lake 29-yard line. Under center goes Gilbert. Has a man in motion.
Nobody split out. It's a complete run play.
Tosses
Great
back.
job.
Great tackle that time around by Isaiah McQuan at the 31-yard line.
Who was that runner? 22, who is Jackson Eckley.
They'll mark it at the 30 on forward progress.
And he got fortunate to give him the 30. Lost a yard on that one.
So with the loss of a yard, 2nd down and 15 coming up. Really closer to 16, actually. They'll have a single receiver to the left in Adam Ewart. And quarterback will... Oh, they faked a little misdirection. Here's Ewart on the end around to the right, but he's going to get back too close to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll get 5 back out of that.
But what a great play, because they had it planned perfectly. It was a well-called play, well-designed. They had Spirit Lake red jerseys shifting to the offense's left side, the defense's right, and they did the end-around reverse. And when Ewart got it, I think that was, Ewart, he was going around that right end. He had a lot of open field, but a great job out there by the secondary of Spirit Lake to hustle back and shut that one down.
Good pursuit makes it 3rd and 11. And they'll look to throw on 3rd and 11. And intercepted at the 20-yard line and racing down the left sideline is Spirit Lake. And that's going to be a touchdown for now. But
they're going to call a penalty on that, and I disagree with it because he stepped in front of it. If they call this on the defense, he stepped in front of that play. He hit the arms maybe, but he has just as much right to go to that ball as the defender or the receiver does.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clyde.
I think it's coming back. He has just as much right to step in front of that ball as that receiver. I don't know if I agree with it.
I think it might have been Isaiah McQuan.
It was.
The way it is right now, so McQuan an 80-yard pick six is going to come back.
Yeah, and it's all he did is he stepped in front of that, and when he stepped in front, he hit the arms of the receiver, and that's what the ref called it on.
So we await the call here as everybody returns way to the other end of the field. And we'll thank a few sponsors like Lakes Regional Healthcare, Central Bank and Central Insure, and Okoboji Motor Company. It was a 3rd and 11 play. Holding on the defense.
So on the cut is when they called a holding penalty.
And so that will, I believe, give New Hampton a first down.
Short.
It'll be just
short.
Shy.
So it's going to give them about, let's see, it's going to take them to the...
It'll take them to the 15-yard line. They need about the 14.
16, yep, they needed 16.
All right, so they will go to... They needed the 14-yard line.
Yep.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 for New Hampton at the Spirit Lake 15-yard line. Gilbert goes back under center. And he will... he tries to hand off to the big...
He's going to lose yardage.
Swell is going to... Are they going to give him the line of scrimmage?
I think they are. I see the side judge over here. I don't know about that one.
No gain.
They're going to give him no gain, but they're all right. That's all right.
4th and 1.
Spirit Lake's leading 48-0.
I believe that was Ethan Swella, the fullback. Yeah, that's the thing here. And we've got we're here in the third quarter, under 5 to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're going to give him no gain on that, and I don't know. I think he was hitting that backfield.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, they should.
And they will hand her off. And that's
second
McShane,
effort.
and second effort's going to get him the first down.
Hitting
up
the
right
backfield,
side.
Hitting the backfield, some arm tackles, but he's big enough and strong enough. He just brushed those off and picked up the first down.
Got 4 to the 11-yard line of Spirit Lake, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chickasaws. Again, 48-0 Spirit Lake, and our broadcast thanks to your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, State Farm Insurance, and Bank Midwest.
Now they're saying just outside the 10. It's about
at the 11. Yep. So they can get a first down at the 1. And the Chickasaws will look to, they'll do the little end-around reverse. Get a lot of open running room here for Ewert, and Ewert will get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, there's that end-around again, and it completely fooled Spirit Lake again. But this time they didn't have as much field to try and catch up to Ewert on that one, and he just walked in on that one.
So with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, New Hampton is on the board at 48-6. And the extra points, Ewert has kicked some of them this year. They're going to go for 2, it looks like. No, they are going to try the kick. And it's going to be number 10, Shaver. Jack Shaver. The holder is Ben Gilbert, the quarterback. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is on the way. That is no good. It's going to be short. So, 48-6, Spirit Lake. 3:30 to go, third quarter, and we're back in a minute on KUOO.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
To 6, Spirit Lake leading New Hampton. New Hampton just got their first touchdown of the night.
It was a real nice end-around reverse type play.
11 plays, 69 yards for the Chickasaws. And it will be number 10, Shaver, to kick off. And they'll kind of kick it to that 25-yard line where it'll be taken by Spirit Lake, and they'll be tackled just shy of the 35-yard line. So the Indians will get the ball for the second time here in the third quarter. Mark it at the 33. Approximately 3:25 on the clock. And again, leading 48-6. Spirit Lake awaits the winner of Western Christian and West Lyon. It was a close game, 9-point game at halftime in favor of West Lyon. Well, Western's not going to go away in that game, folks.
Nope.
Oh, here's an end around. It'll be fumbled, and then just landing on top of it, there's going to be Andres back at the 22-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 11.
I think Lucas was wanting to hand it to Andres coming in motion, and Andres didn't look down for the ball, and it just kind of rubbed by each other and had to land on that one, take the loss of a big yardage.
Yeah, 11-yard loss on that one, so it'll be second down and 21. Spirit Lake will host next Friday here at Haferfield because they are a district champion. That's how they determine the hosting. It's first things first, are you a district champion? Second thing is, are you A to Z in the alphabet? Who's closer to A?
Next year it'll be Z to A.
Correct. Just a little end-around play for Spirit Lake. They go to
Joey Andres
again. Joey up to the 26-yard line, picks up 4 of the 11 yards that they lost. About 2 minutes to go now here in this third quarter, which has taken maybe a little longer than I think we thought it might. Only because of that long run that got called back.
That took 5 minutes right there because they stopped the clock after that.
And
there goes.
They're blowing a whistle for something. All right, they're letting somebody
Praska
in.
Going off
Praska
again.
was hurt.
Yeah, he was. And, he was hurt on that last series they had and hobbled off. And he's just a competitor. He wants to be out there playing. The senior doesn't want to end it. So
here is third down and about 16. And Beloit to throw downfield, and it'll be out of bounds. Almost caught, then almost ripped away by number 4 that time around. Ben Gilbert had Linebaugh.
Yep.
And
Lucas Beloit
tussle there and
Lucas
incomplete.
Beloit threw a good pass out there. Linebaugh had it, and then Gilbert, the defender, got his arms in there and almost ripped it away, and then it fell harmless out of bounds.
So fourth down in Spirit Lake, we'll look to punt.
We'll see who's out there punting. Wes Walls is back punting.
Wes Walls, okay. Snap. And here's the kick. Kind of a line
off the
driver.
side of his foot.
Crosses the 15, or the 50 rather, and will be down at the 47-yard line. Or check that 42-yard line of the Chickasaws.
So they'll stop the clock just to set it after that switch over. And then once it's set, they'll wind it up again.
So New Hampton will get the football under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Yep. Officials tell them get it going.
At their, we'll call it 42-yard line.
Not a pretty punt by Wes Walls, but effective.
Yeah, and again, they're not gonna let Ditzworth play the rest of the night as he got shaken up on a play there near the end zone. So it'll be first and 10 for the Chickasaws. And it'll be Gilbert looking to throw on first down and incomplete. Tried to throw a screen pass out to number 89. That's Cale Lars.
Well, there again, he had to hurry it again. Wasn't able to get anything on it. That may run out this third quarter.
15 seconds on the
and they're not
clock, and they're not
just taking their time.
They're not even going to head over there, it looks like. So at the end of 3, it is Spirit Lake 48 and New Hampton 6. We'll go to the fourth quarter in a minute on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
This is Cole Nickel, Commercial Line Sales Executive from Central Insure. We understand there's more to insurance than just your policy. It's about people and protecting what's most important. That's why we strive to offer you the most appropriate and cost-effective policies to fit your needs. From home, auto, life and health, to business insurance, our experienced and local agents are here to help you. Central Insure is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to local athletes.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any other federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
fourth quarter with Spirit Lake leading New Hampton 48-6. And they will hand things off here on the first play of the fourth quarter to Braden McShane.
I think he might have lost a half a yard.
Yeah, on third and...
Well, they're going to be generous and getting back to the line of scrimmage. No, they can mark the back a yard.
Mark it at the 41.
So good job by the number 2 depth chart defense.
Sumner Fredericksburg got a safety and leads Emmetsburg 9-7 with 5:36 to go.
Oh, my goodness.
That's on Y100. Oh, wow. Can the Ehawks pull it off? Here is 3rd and 11. And they'll look to throw. Heavy pressure. They'll get it off. It's caught. Nice catch there by number 8, Ben Seary. Seary gets the first down as he crosses midfield to the Spirit Lake 45-yard line.
Yeah, that time Seary had that open man. He got left alone out here in the end. And they saw that right away. And by the time Spirit Lake's defense was able to recoup it, he had picked up the first down. Alex Profit on that cornerback came out here and on some quick coverage to try and make the stop and did.
Gain of 14. A minute, 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. And 1st and 10 for the Chickasaws. And under center goes Gilbert. And he will look to hand off. And there is McShane. And he'll fall forward to the 40-yard line for a gain of 5 on first down. Later tonight, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show has all the playoff scores from all the class sizes. Remember, the big class sizes are in playoff action now this week as well.
Everybody's in playoff action. Classes 2A, 1A, A, and 8-man are in second round.
Mm-hmm.
They're into their pod series.
Mm-hmm. The 3A and 4A go to the pod right away.
Yep.
2nd down and 5. And back under center is Gilbert. Has the 3 running backs. He'll choose to hand off to the big guy, it looks like. And I believe that is Ethan Swella. And Swella crossing the 40. Mark him down at the 38-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and very manageable 3 after the gain of 2. Yeah, some new
Ty Robinson
numbers out there.
50, who's that in the middle? Is it 63 in the middle? I think it is. Caleb Dunes in the middle on the defensive line for Spirit Lake.
J.D. Schneider is out there as well.
I see Terry Sexton is out there, the linebacker.
And they're going to hand off.
And he's not going to get it.
Nowhere there. Well, McShane's going to get 1, it looks like.
Yeah, but he's not going to. It was 4th down.
I think you're right, Clyde.
They haven't marked as 4th. The clock had it's 4th down. Now, no, they just changed it. Okay.
And that was
now
3rd
it's 4th down.
Now it's going to be 4th down and 2. They mark it at the 37. They need the 35-yard line. So 4th down and 2 for New Hampton. They're trailing 48-6. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Gilbert has Swella and McShane behind him. Goes to McShane.
I think he stretched forward.
I think he got it.
I think he just stretched forward. Yeah, and that's one of those where if he'd been in the pros, they'd have the replay up right now.
Yeah.
Seeing where his knee went down before the ball went down. But here,
I think he had it.
He did. Yeah, he stretched out, got the ball laying at the 35-yard line, give him the first down.
Yeah, you go back to Emmetsburg's pod. I looked at that Class 1A pod that they're in. They're in Pod 3. You had Sumner Fredericksburg 8-1, Emmetsburg 7-2, Columbus Catholic 7-2, South Hamilton 8-1.
That's a tough one.
You tell me who's going to get out of that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
1st and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line.
Yep. Lucas was anxious.
Lake jump.
Yeah, Lucas Beloit was coming on the rush, and he got he just couldn't quite stop. He got his 1 foot that went into the neutral zone. That's the difference. High school, all you have to do is go into the neutral zone, and they'll call the penalty right away.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Chickasaws at the Indians' 30-yard line. 8:05 to go in the ballgame. And again, Spirit Lake awaiting the winner of Western Christian and West Lyon. As soon as we get a score update from there, we'll let you know. Here's the 1st and 10 play. Looking to throw here is Gilbert. He'll go towards the end zone. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. That one was not catchable.
No, that
thrown behind the intended receiver downfield.
And well out of bounds, too. Okay, Lowry, number 89.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Lowers has had a couple of passes to him tonight, I believe.
Yeah, I think Lowers on the season is one of their...
No receptions, but he's had a couple of them thrown to him. Yeah, I think you're right, receiving
coming into
wise.
the night. Yeah, he had 215 yards receiving.
Yep.
On 10 catches, including 3 touchdowns. And they do a little end around, and the ball is loose. I think New Hampton got back on top of it, way back at the 37-yard line,
Number 8 was Bo Siri. He was trying to do the end around, but he couldn't hang on to it. Ball scooted loose, and that's going to hurt him there because that pushes him back to the 38, an 8-yard loss.
At 37, actually,
Or 37,
Clyde.
yep.
But still, it's going to be third and a long 12 now, let's call it. 6:40 to go here in the ball game. Chilly night here at Hafer Field. What a difference a week makes weather-wise.
Yes.
Here's third down and 12 for New Hampton. And they'll look to throw. Gilbert rolls to his right. Downfield has a man. It's caught and then hit immediately at the 29, 28-yard line is the receiver. And I think it was number 11.
Yep.
Yes, Adam Ewert.
Ewert, yep.
So Mark Ewert at the 20. We're going to go 28, Clyde. That's a gain of 9. And it's going to be fourth down
yep.
and about 3.
Yeah, and it's just one of those deals. The clock keeps ticking, on these long plays, these long drives like this.
It's a little more than 3. They need the 25-yard line. They're at like the 38.5.
Under 6 minutes now, 5 minutes, 50 seconds and running.
But if you're New Hampton, you're trying to
You're just trying
end
to
your
get
season
in
on a positive note
you're
here.
trying to look at
get a
something
couple
positive.
scores. They'll get a man in motion, and they will toss it back here to McShane. Can McShane get it turned? He'll have the first down, and then knock him down at the about 23-yard line, so he'll get a couple extra yards that he needed. That end around to McShane has worked, that little toss-out to him tonight.
Yeah, and they were able to get that spread out, and what's happening is when they do that, they get that extra blocker out there, and our backers and the defensive backs out on the ends, who are primarily, they like to pass cover too, they have to come up try and make that stop, and our linemen aren't able to push it down fast enough, and it's been working for some positive yardage. 6 yards on that one.
Mark him at the 22-yard line. Thanks, John. And,
see you, John.
And they will not get a whole lot here on first down.
John Brown stepping into the booth here saying hi and bye. Thanks to Central Bank for providing the video tonight.
Absolutely. Second down and 9. Always good to hear what John knows about what's going on in the area. He's got a lot of connections.
Halftime we're chatting with him, yep. He said there was.
It sounds like there's some Iowa
couple
coaches in the area
Rock
watching.
Rapids, and then they were going
down to Sioux Center
Sioux
as well
Center
tonight from Iowa, watching some of those recruits for them. Here's second down and 9, and Gilbert under center will hand off to McShane. Delayed handoff. McShane will bulldoze forward. He's near the 13-yard line. Mark him down at the 12. Clyde should be enough, I believe,
it's
for the
be
first.
Real close. They're going to move him.
Yeah, they're going to.
They're moving the chains for a 10-yard gain.
So the gain of 9 was enough. 4:07 to go in the ball game. It's 48-6 Spirit Lake if you're just joining us. All Indians through the first basically 2.5 quarters, and you got to credit.
And even to start the second half.
Yeah, New Hampton did well getting a drive there to going late third quarter.
Joey Andres
now another one here.
Picks one up right away in that first touch of the second half and runs at 40 yards.
So here's first and 10.
This drive, this is the 14th
They'll look to throw. There's a sack.
Another one.
McKean's Pub and Grill sack back at the 21.
Was that Tyson, I think?
I think it was Tyson that time around. Mark him at the 20, a loss of 8.
No, I think it was 20. I think it was 24. J.D. Schneider came from his backer position. Yeah, that's a big spot right there by J.D. Schneider.
A loss of 7 on the play, or 8, excuse me.
Because, I don't even see Tyson in there right now.
Well, he's down there at the end position, I think.
No?
There's 52 at the left end.
Okay, all right.
So here is second down, and we'll call it 18. Looking to throw again is Gilbert.
A little screen play.
Screen pass, gets it off to McKean.
Great job.
What a tackle in open field.
Who got
That's
that
JD
one?
that time
That's JD
around.
on that one, too, yep.
Mark him at the 19-yard line, a gain of only 1. There was a lot of space out there, Clyde.
There was, and
McShane's quick.
And he went, and Schneider shot through the 3 blockers, got underneath them, and then picked up McShane by the ankles and dropped him right there.
So third down and 17 from the 19-yard line. 2.5 to play in the ball game. Gilbert under center will look to throw again. Pressure.
And another one.
There's the sack at the 25-yard line. The third McKean's
tonight.
Pub and Grill sack of the night. Mark him at the 24. We'll say a loss of 5 on the play.
Loss of 5 on that one.
That'll set up 4th down and about 20.
How about the defense stepping up again? You know,
very nice.
Here's a drive that they were putting together. They were moving it down there, and now all of a sudden they're stepping it up again. And a great job from the linebackers and the coverage downfield, not giving any
nowhere to
look
throw.
at.
And good pressure.
Jack
good
Barthman
pressure.
is one of the linebackers out there. J.D. Schneider's in the middle. Lucas Beloit, and then
4th
that
and
front
long.
3.
They're looking to throw. They'll go towards the end zone, and it'll be batted away, incomplete.
Good coverage out there. I believe that was Wes Walls out there, the coverage.
Turnover on downs.
Yep.
Let's see. With about a minute, 20-ish, we'll say, to go in the ball game.
Touch a couple of knees down.
And that's going to do it for this one. This is actually the first time Spirit Lake has the ball here in the 4th quarter.
Well, the 4th quarter just started, with it running like that.
Yeah.
And you look at in this 4th quarter, New Hampton ran off 13 plays, almost all on the running, with the running clock. So that's going to just chew up the clock going that way.
All right. Spirit Lake, they're just going to take their time getting everybody in here. Now, 8 seconds on the play clock, and we're going to have to get up to the line of scrimmage quick here, guys. You're going to have a penalty.
Take a timeout.
And they will take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 52 seconds to go in the ballgame. 48-6, Spirit Lake leading. We're back in 30 seconds on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
Sports fans, this is Cindy Mart, mortgage loan officer at Central Bank. We are a family-owned business, and our team is all about providing competitive rates and a personalized experience that is simple and smooth for everyone. Buying a home is the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Give me a call when you are ready, and I will guide you through the process and answer any questions. If you're ready to apply, visit mycentral.bank. Central Bank is a proud supporter of high school athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It is 48-6 Spirit Lake. And the Indians should be able to run the clock out on this one and come away winners here in Class 2A Pod C in the second round of the playoffs. Here's a little end-around play to J.D. Schneider.
He's got a hole.
A huge hole. J.D. will be tackled all the way up at the 49-yard line.
Good perimeter blocking there.
Excellent blocking. Mark it at the 49. We're going to give him 25 yards on the play. 1:49 to go. Emmetsburg has the ball. No timeouts. Down 2 on Y100. Flip over there for the end of that one if you'd like. They're at their own 30-yard line, says Scott Nolte. Thank you for the updates. Good luck, Ehawks.
Spirit Lake's only second first down of this half.
Yeah, they don't have to actually snap it here.
No.
They are going to run it, though. This will be Isaiah McQuan.
He's got a lot of room.
Isaiah, big room, and he'll go out of bounds, or he'll lose the ball out of bounds, rather, at the 36-yard line of New Hampton. Give him the 14 yards.
Yep.
And actually, he's hurt over there on the out-of-bounds play.
He is down. He's cramping up.
But that's the end of our contest. A final score here tonight. Spirit Lake all over New Hampton, 48-6. With the win, Spirit Lake improving now to 9-1 on the year. New Hampton will finish at 4-6. Postgame show on the way from the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. We'll be back with all the stats and analysis and Coach Beloit in 3 minutes on KUOO and Explore Live Video.
Window and door solutions for your next project. Choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Erickson, Kelson & Associates in Spirit Lake are proud supporters of the Spirit Lake Indians. Our team at Erickson Kelson is dedicated to helping your business be the best it can be. Optimize your performance with us at Erickson, Kelson & Associates in Spirit Lake. Go Indians!
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
It's time to take your passion of fishing to a whole new level with a new Triton boat. At Great Lakes Marine, they have a passion for putting fishermen like yourself in the boat of your dreams. Triton continues to lead the way in fiberglass fishing boat innovation. Whether you're a veteran tournament angler or a dedicated novice learning the ropes of a great sport, get on the water today with a new Triton bass boat powered by Mercury. Let them show you all the features Triton has to offer. Great Lakes Marine Service and Sales, Highway 9 in Spirit Lake.
Whether you are freshening up your current decor, building new, or just looking for custom window treatments, Interior Sewing by Lisa has you covered with draperies, pillows, and Hunter Douglas blinds. Call me for your free in-home consultation at 712-320-3492.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit.
To Haferfield and Spirit Lake, where it's a final. Spirit Lake defeats New Hampton 48-6. The final here at Haferfield as the Indians go to 9-1 on the year. They're going to, we believe, host a quarterfinal matchup next Friday here at Haferfield in Spirit Lake. We have a final from Y100. 9-7 Sumner Fredericksburg ends Emmetsburg's season. What a matchup that had to have been down at Dwayne Twait Field in Emmetsburg this evening, 9-7.
9-7 is what its
Sumner
final was.
Fredericksburg, the final on that one. And again, Spirit Lake on to the quarterfinals. We believe they will host here at Haferfield next Friday, although they changed the order on the state website, so I'm not really 100% sure on that. But that is my understanding based on the rules that I read on the state manual, that because Spirit Lake is a district champion, they will host next Friday. And we are eagerly awaiting the final between Western Christian and West Lyon. At halftime, it was West Lyon 22, Western Christian 13. All right, Clyde, should we run down some totals here as far as the statistics? In this one, it was all Spirit Lake again, 48-6.
Yeah, let's take a look at him. Rushing-wise, Bodie Higgins, he didn't even run the ball in the second half. Four rushes, 58 yards on the night. Owen Lalamandir, that one rush for 11 yards in the first half. Joey Andres had a few rushes in the second half. He had 5 carries, 63 yards on the night. Not a bad night for Joey. Logan Sandman, 1 carry for 23 yards. Will Dishworth finished the night with 7 carries, 66 yards. And J.D. Snyder, 1 carry, 25 yards. That big one right there at the end. Receiving-wise, Dylan Stecker, 4 catches, 74 yards. Simon Lineball, 1 for 11 yards. Ethan Stecker, 2 catches for 49. And Will Dishworth, 1 for 5 yards. Throwing-wise, Cade Lunt was 9 of 15 for 148 yards. All that was basically in the first half. Joey Andres had a few of them in the second half, and J.D. Schneider had a couple of them, too, for the Spirit Lake Indians. For the New Hampton Chickasaws, switch over here. Ben Gilbert, 5 carries, minus 3 yards. Bo Siri, 1 carry, -7 yards. Adam Ewert, 2 carries, 5 yards. Jackson Eckley, 2 carries, -5 yards. Braden McShane, 20 carries, 64 yards. So he's still 3 yards a carry. Half of what he's been doing all year is what they shut him down to.
And all of that in the second half.
Yeah, and all that came in the second half. Ethan Swella had 2 carries for 2 yards. Ethan Proska had 3 carries for 3 yards. Receiving-wise for the Chickasaws, Bo Siri, 1 catch for 14 yards. Adam Ewert had 2 catches, 14 yards. He had the lone touchdown for the Chickasaws. And Braden McShane had 1 catch for 1 yard on the night. He did throw 1 pass. It fell incomplete on a little flea flicker. Throwing-wise for Ben Gilbert, 4 of 14 for 29 yards. So totals on the night, unofficially, what I had them, 13 first downs for the Spirit Lake Indians to 9 for the New Hampton Chickasaws. For rushing-wise, 20 carries, 226 yards for Spirit Lake. They had 9 of 16 for 148 passing. And the Chickasaws had 9 first downs, 35 carries, 59 yards. It's a 1.7 yards per carry average. Passing was, like I said, 4 of 15 on the night for 29 yards. They ended up with 88 yards of total offense. That's a total domination defense again by this Spirit Lake squad. Congrats to them. 374 yards total offense for the Indians on the night. 48-6 was your final on the scoreboard.
Score update from the other half of Pod C. It is West Lyon 22, Western Christian 20 at the end of the third quarter. And we're going to bring Josh Boyd in here on the postgame show. Clyde's going to pass the headset over as we had a little technical issue with the mic earlier tonight. So that's okay. We've had a lot of hot air already in here tonight. Coach, congratulations on an outstanding win here tonight over New Hampton. Give me your first thoughts here on this one.
I thought we played really physical. I mean, it's a team that prides itself on their physicality, and I thought we out-physicaled them. I thought it was on both sides of the ball, both lines of scrimmage. Thought O&D line really dominated up front. Thought we had a lot of guys, again, just play really clean football. A lot of big plays.
Won the turnover battle, too.
Yeah, won the turnover battle. Continued to do a good job taking care of the ball, and we got some takeaways. Some just really fun plays to see in that first half. And, it's great to continue to be playing.
And you get to do it in front of a home crowd again, which was just outstanding here tonight.
Yeah.
You just have a wealth of athletes that you can go to on the offensive side of the football, and that was demonstrated here tonight because it wasn't just one guy that had a great night. Everybody contributed, it seemed like, offensively.
Yeah, I think everybody that touched the ball, really had some explosive plays. Again, I thought Kay did a really good job of delivering the ball. I thought guys blocked really well on the perimeter. Again, just got a good push. It's fun seeing Joey get a big touchdown run there. I thought really Bodie and Diddy had some really physical runs. That catch that Dylan had down the middle of the field was an incredible throw, but then he high-pointed it between 2 defenders and made a great play on it. Ethan had a great catch on a hitch and run over here. Again, just a lot of guys continue to get better week in and week out, and it's just fun to watch this team grow. And it's fun watching them play for each other.
I know I got called back for Isaiah McQuan.
Yeah,
what a play that was, huh?
It's not fun watching the replay either because it's a clean play. But that's all right. It was a great play by Isaiah. So, it was fun to see him make that play on the ball. And really, he started for us tonight. On defense, and really had a great game. Wes started for us tonight, too, and had a bunch of big pass breakups for 2 sophomores to start in this game tonight. I thought it was great. Played really physical football, and some big special teams plays as well.
You got to rest some guys in the second half, which you like to see that this time of year because you're going to have a good matchup regardless of whether it's West Lyon or Western Christian next week.
Yeah, you get in the quarterfinals, everybody's pretty good. So, we're going to have a great matchup next week. I feel like we got a lot of guys to get experience in the second half, too. It's huge for those guys to get game reps. They practice hard all week, and it's fun to watch those guys compete in the second half.
Will Ditzworth went down with an injury. How is he doing?
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. Tweaked his knee a little bit. Trainer thought, it didn't make any sense to even push it at this point in time. Hopefully get through the weekend and give him a week of rest a little bit and get him back. So,
and maybe just a hair warmer next Friday would be okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well. Better than hot, though, right?
Yeah, it was fun out there. I didn't get too cold down there. So,
Well, congratulations on a nice win here tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And it was a lot of fun, and good luck next week. We're here next week, correct?
Yeah, no matter what, we're here next week.
Okay, wanted to just confirm that. That was how we understood it. I just wanted to confirm that, and so we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, good luck to our cross-country guys.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of really great things going on that front,
really
too.
Cool.
Not only for the Spirit Lake kids, but a lot of regional kids that are doing really well. We've got some great great runners in this
I'll
part
be
of
cheering
the
for the
world.
Spirit Lake kids. So.
That's good. Hey, thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you joining us here in the postgame show, brought to you by Doctors Cornwall and Genis. So we thank them for sponsoring our post-game show. Clyde, some final thoughts from you?
Well,
we have time. We don't have to go to the scoreboard show for 58 minutes.
I tell you, I think it's just what Coach said. Once again, complete game. The line play I thought was phenomenal tonight. You saw it on offense and defense, and defense especially, because they shut down McShane, who was a good runner. He was a 1,000-yard season runner.
Very good.
In half the games, because he was out there for I think 3 or 4 games, and he almost picked up 1,000 yards in those games, and they just shut him down to nothing. And you got to give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers. They had a game plan, and they perfected it tonight.
Absolutely. Again, 48-6, Spirit Lake defeats New Hampton. The Chickasaw season comes to a close at 4-6. They finished 3-2 in District 3. Spirit Lake improves to 9-1, 5-0 in District 2. Again, waiting the winner of West Lyon and Western Christian. West Lyon was leading by 2 going into the fourth quarter there. Sioux Center came from behind there. They were on top of Algona now 28-21 at the end of 3.
Good game.
Yeah, and it was Central Lyon and George Little Rock all over Roland Story 49-0, and I would be surprised if Central Lyon and George Little Rock doesn't win whoever won the other game against whoever else they play in the pod.
Carol Kemper, I think, was in that one, wasn't
Kemper and Clarinda were the other two in that pod. I'm just going to be
And they're going to have to travel to Rock Rapids.
Yeah, you want to go to Rock Rapids and play that team?
But
I don't.
It's another team that's going to go, 2.5, 3 hours to get up to Rock Rapids.
At least.
And play a team that is just dominating this year.
Yeah, and defending state champions as well. So, and again, we had the final over on Y100. The Ehawks lose a heartbreaker tonight to Sumner Fredericksburg 9-7. A safety. The difference in that one tonight.
Good season for the Ehawks, though. Congrats to them.
And they've got a lot of kids coming back to their program next year. They're going to be very, very good.
You talk about a ground and pound next year.
Oh, yes. There's going to be some big boys up front.
There's going to be some big boys up front.
Again, the final tonight, Spirit Lake 48, New Hampton 6. Want to say thanks to Patrick doing a great job on Explore Live Video, and thanks to Central Bank for sponsoring that. And thanks to Michaela back at KUOO Mission Control doing a great job as always. For Clyde Erke, I'm Jason Jacobs saying so long, and we'll see you next Friday at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake.